Hey APV girls, it's Reese with Pura. I just wanted to come here, check in, let y'all know that this class today is going to be 30 minutes long instead of our regular 45 to 50 minute. Amanda and I are trying this out, seeing how it goes. Please let me know in the comments below or let Amanda know how you feel, if you like it better, if you prefer longer classes, if you're cool with the 30-minute. I have a theory that this is going to be much better for your bodies and you're going to get more out of it. So please do let me know how you feel. And yeah, good luck. Have a great session 6. Bye. All right, ladies, we're going to start standing on one side of our mat. Step hip distance wide, side by side, parallel. Sweep those arms out and up, eyes to the sky. Then exhale, dive forward. Place those hands on the floor and walk all the way out into your plank line. As soon as you find it, inhale, lower those hips down to a hover as you lift the chest for your swan. Exhale, push back into a downward facing dog. Then walk all the way back up and roll it back up. We're going to repeat this 2 more times. Walking all the way out, pulling those shoulders away from the ears, drawing the belly in, keeping it that way as you push into the swan and up into downward facing dog. As you walk in, we're lowering those heels down, placing the weight into the back of the legs. As you roll down, lift the heels up, gradually shifting the weight forward and evenly distributing it out through the whole body. Once you walk all the way back in, we're going to roll back up again, rolling down one more time. We're going to stay down here this time. Let's walk all the way out into that plank line. Once you get there, shift to downward facing dog and shift into plank, alternating between the two for up to 5 times. As you push your bottom up, try to straighten those legs a little more, lift the heels a little higher. As you shift forward, don't allow those shoulders to pass your fingertips. You might be shifting slightly over the palm to put more weight into those arms. You can also do this on your forearms if that works better for you. We're going to hold and begin our toe taps. Draw one leg outside the mat, tap the toes, draw it back in and switch sides. 6 on each side, control it. Don't let the hips sway from side to side, keep them neutral. Inhale, tap, exhale, back in. Focusing on your upper body form. Then place the knees on the mat and rest back in a child's pose. We're going to get back up into that plank. When you're ready, step one foot back, the other one to meet it, then push to your downward facing dog. We're going to shift into that plank again. Draw one knee in and extend it back out. Going for 5 reps here. Inhale to pull the knee in, exhale to extend it long behind you while you're holding that strong plank. Single leg movement. Then you're going to place it on the floor, lift the other leg up, and repeat the exact same thing on the other side, drawing the knee in and extending it back out. 3 to 5 reps. Take your time with this movement, focus on your core control. Then place the foot down and push back into a child's pose, counter stretch. Let's do one more. I want you to get set up for your third plank. First, push to downward facing dog. Shift into that plank line and back up to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift forward. Find that control. Put your shoulders in place. Keep pulling them down your back, connecting to the heel of your palms. Then find that stable plank line and begin your rocking. You're shifting the shoulders forward towards the fingers and then back, simultaneously pushing through the toes, lifting the heels and pushing them back. Nothing changes except for that shift of your ankles, your wrists, and shoulders. Then let's rest. Down into the child's pose. Take one arm underneath the opposite armpit. Return to center. And then switch sides. Now we're going to get up into a 4-point kneel here. Hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I want you to take one leg, open it out to the side, and lower it back down. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Fire hydrants. Every leg movement we do in this series will be 5 repetitions total. Take your time with the movement, then hold that leg out. Start extending it out to the side and bending that knee like an open fire hydrant move. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Once you get to 5, draw it straight back behind you. Start to draw the knee into the chest and extend it back. You're going to round the spine like the angry cat as the knee comes into the chest. Then you lengthen your spine back out to neutral as you extend the leg behind you. Inhale, draw in and round. Exhale, extend it back behind you. Again, after 5 times, we're going to hold that leg out. Switch the movement, going into bend and extends. You're going to hold the quad at that same level. Bend through the knee, pulling the foot above the knee more towards the ceiling. Flex as you bend, point as you extend. After 5 reps, we're going to extend that leg back, lower the leg down towards the floor, then lift it right back up, squeeze the glute. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Try to point through those toes the entire time if you can. After number 5, lift for 10 pulses. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. 3, 2, 1. Rest that knee down. Push back into a child's pose for a counter stretch before we switch sides. Roll out the wrist if you need to. This can always be done on your forearms. Just know that you won't have too much space for the pull in with the knee and the extend back if you do so. Here I'm closing in at my fist to protect my wrist a bit more. Open that knee back out to the side and draw it right back in 5 times for those fire hydrants. Still focusing on keeping your hips level. Belly in, shoulders away from the ears. After number 5, extend that knee out to the side and bend it back in, holding that knee open and lifted. Inhale to kick out, exhale to pull it back. After your last one, hold the leg extended, draw it back behind you, draw the knee into the chest, round the spine, and exhale, extend it back again. Inhale to draw in, exhale to kick back. Last one. Let's hold it. Start to bend the knee up to the ceiling. Point and kick back. Flex, bend, point, extend. Last 2. Then hold that leg fully extended. Start to lower it down to the floor. Tap the toes. Lift up, squeeze the glute. Lower, lower, lower. Lift, lift, lift. Slow and controlled, not allowing the spine to do any of the work, but stabilize. Lift and hold. Begin those pulses. 10 total. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee down. Rest back in child's pose. Roll out those wrists again. And let's get set up for our core and bridge series. Turn to face one side of the mat. Seated with bent knees, hip distance wide. Round the spine and roll it back up, reach the arms. Inhale to roll back, tucking the tail under. And grow tall. 2 more times, tuck and round. Lift back up tall, inhale. Now exhale, let's roll it all the way down. Getting set up for our bridging. Again, feet are hip distance wide, planted down on the floor. Reach the arms long by your side. Keep your spine neutral as you press into the heels and arms. Lift the hips up for hinge bridging. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. As you lift, focus on reaching those knees right over your toes. As you lower, keep thinking about drawing your belly in and controlling that low back. Don't allow it to round. Keep pressing those shoulders down. Again, just holding our neutral spine as you lift and lower. Rib cage is drawn in. As you lift, squeeze the glutes a little bit more. If your shoulders are starting to hike up towards your ears, reach the fingertips long. Again, continuous movement. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We're going to start our articulation, if it's available to you, rolling down and rolling up. Bone by bone. Focus on the pelvic tilt as you roll up and the unroll at the very bottom. Don't keep the pelvis tilted, but return to neutral before starting your next rep. Let's lift a hold, reach the arms up to the ceiling, and begin our marching. One leg draws to tabletop. You put it down and you switch. Your challenge is to focus on the bend of your knee while focusing on the stability of your hips. Imagine there's a ball behind your leg as you pick it up, holding that 90-degree angle. You don't release the ball as you lower the foot. It stays back there. Inhale to lift the leg up. Exhale to place it down. Just a few more. After your last set, let's start our pulses. Lift the hips to the ceiling 10 times, squeezing the glutes accordingly. Lift, 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 lift. Place the hands down and roll it all the way down. Let's counter stretch by bringing the knees into the chest, massaging our spine from side to side. Then place the feet back down. Place the arms back down. Let's bring one leg to tabletop, extend it to the ceiling, and lift for our single leg bridge. Lower the hips down, exhale. Inhale, lift all the way up. For more intensity, you can flex the foot while it's straight, reaching to the ceiling. 5 times total, lifting and lowering. And then hold the hips high. Place your hands right behind your back. Start to lower the leg down. Draw the knee in, then extend it to the ceiling for our unicycle. Now go for 3 in this direction and 3 in the other direction. Lower the arms down and pulse up 10 times. Up, 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 up. Last 1 and lower down. Place the foot back down and figure 4 counter stretch. You're going to cross your stable leg ankle over your working leg knee. Push down to the side. Return to center. Give yourself a hamstring stretch. You can do this double leg as well if you prefer. And let's get set up for the other side. Lift the other leg to tabletop, then extend it to the ceiling. Inhale to lift for the bridge. Exhale to lower. We go for 3 to 5 reps here as well. Take your time with the movement. Really digging down into that heel. Hold the hips high. Place your hands on your low back and begin your unicycle. Lower the leg down. Draw the knee in, then extend to the ceiling. 3 times in this direction. 3 times in the other, bending first, extending second, and lifting to 90. Then let's start those pulses. Bring the arms down. Reach that leg up, try to push through that heel, squeeze the glutes. Again, 10 times total. And we're going to lower it all the way down. Place the foot down and figure 4 stretch. Spinal twist, then draw back to center. Grab behind that hamstring and give yourself a hamstring stretch. Again, you can also do this double leg if you prefer. Then place the feet back down. Reach the arms up to the ceiling, then back behind you. Straighten the legs. Let's roll it up. Grow tall and reach towards those toes, forward fold. Let's roll it all the way down, bone by bone articulation, and reach the arms back. 2 more times. Reach up and grow tall through that spine. Lift up tall, reach the arms to the ceiling. Then exhale, reach towards the toes and roll it back down as slow and controlled as you can. Last one, up, reach up, and reach towards those toes. Grow tall through your spine. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Let's do some single leg lifts. Straight knees. Lift one leg up and lower. Lift and lower. You can lean back a little bit, tuck your tailbone under if you need to for that extra spine protection. Continue alternating. And we're going to go into double leg when you're ready. If you'd like, you can stay doing your single leg or draw both knees into your chest and join me in this progression. Lean back, extend the legs. Then draw the legs back to tabletop as you grow tall through your spine. Keep drawing in through that core, tucking the tailbone under. Going for 5 reps here, back and in, find that control. Challenge, lift to teaser, then roll it all the way down. Now getting set up for our core series, we're lying down on our backs again, knees are bent hip distance wide, and march your knees. One leg drives to tabletop, you place it down, then switch sides. While you're working through this movement, I want you to focus on pushing your low back down into the mat. Drawing your ribs in, keeping the arms long by your hips, keeping the chest drawing in. Try to get 5 on each side If you like, you can stay alternating single leg or join me in progressing to double leg. When you're lifting and lowering in double leg, be more mindful of your low back placement, really driving it down into the mat, not allowing the lower abdominals to push open. You inhale, lift the legs to tabletop. Exhale, plant them back down on the floor. Again, still focusing on the bend of your knees, holding that imaginary ball behind them. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Then hold your legs at tabletop. Let's start some single leg extensions. Extend one leg down to the floor, holding the opposite leg in tabletop. You draw that leg back to tabletop, then switch sides. Trying to do 5 on each side. Extend, then bend. If you do more, that's great. If you do less, that's okay too. Either way, take your time with the movement. Then same concept as the last. We're going to switch into our double leg extensions. Again, you can continue just alternating single leg if that works better for you. If you're going to progress, straighten both legs down towards the floor. Control that low belly. Then draw the legs back to tabletop. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. You can also place your hands on your pelvic floor to keep driving that low back down into the floor if you're having a hard time controlling it. Then reach the arms up to the ceiling. Lower them down towards the floor to a hover for your chest roll up. You can have the legs out to 45 for more challenge here, or keep them at tabletop. Completely up to you. 2 more. Then lift and hold it. Place the hands behind the ears and go into your cross body work. Think armpit to knee. Switch through center. One leg extends down towards the floor, still keeping it in a hover as you rotate. Draw the ribs in. Stretch through those obliques. Return to center, tuck the knees into your chest, and rest for a moment. We're going to tuck in like a ball, then lie our head down. Inhale to tuck the chin into the chest, pull the knees in. Now let's extend those legs out, extend the arms back, and tuck the knees back in. Stretch back behind you, and draw in, double leg stretch. You can lie your head back as you're extended, but then tuck the chin back into the chest as you draw the knees in. Then place the feet down on the floor. Let's set up for our hundreds. You can lift the legs back to tabletop, roll the arms down to the floor, lift the chest up, draw the heels together, leave the toes apart. Knees are open at hip distance, and pump for your hundreds. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. As you're tapping, keep stretching and bending your knees. Inhale and exhale. Check in with your core. Inhale and exhale. What are your shoulders doing? Inhale and exhale. Straighten and bend. Inhale and exhale. 100. Go ahead, rest all the way down. Do your spinal twist. You can open the arms out to the letter T or take them behind your head as you bring the knees from one side of the room to the other. Moving your breath, just allowing the body to stretch out and relax. Draw the knees into your chest. Let's roll like a ball until we can sit up tall on our mat. Then turn around Get set back up in your 4-point kneel, hands and knees. I'm going to tuck the chin into the chest, round the spine like the angry cat. Then exhale, drop the belly to the floor as you lift the chin and the chest up for your happy cow. Alternating between the two of these. Again, inhale as you round. Exhale as you arch. Being gentle on your spine. Then walk your feet out. You're in a plank line. We're going to drop into a swan pose, hips to the floor. Then slowly lower your upper body to the mat. Place the hands right under the shoulders, elbows are up. Push into those hands to lift up for the swan. Exhale, slow lower all the way down. Inhale, lift for the extension. Exhale, lower. Last one, lift. Tuck the toes under. Carefully push to downward facing dog. And let's march out our knees. One knee bends, opposite heel pushes down. Lift high and switch, gently passing those heels by one another. Then place one foot in between your hands. We're in this long lunge, really bending into that front knee. Reach your arms up, holding the chest low. We're going to tap the hands down to the mat and then lift back up 3 times. After number 3, place the hand right in front of that inside foot. Turn your toes out on your stretched leg, then reach the arm up to the ceiling. Reach overhead, find your footing, and try to stand up into warrior. Your eyes are facing your bent knee. We're pushing into that front knee, putting all of our weight into it 3 times. Then place the hand back on the floor and move into your rotation elephant. Pushing the arm underneath your oblique and then gently drawing it all the way up to the ceiling. Again, 3 times. Then reach overhead again. Place those hands around that foot and step your back leg to your front. Roll it all the way up. Let's turn around. Sweep the arms out and up. Roll down all the way to the floor. Walk out into your downward facing dog. Place that other foot in between your hands, same thing but on this side. Lifting and lowering the arms to the floor and up shoulder height, trying to keep the chest low and your weight drawing into your bent knee. Place the hand right in front of the foot. Pivot your opposite leg out. Draw the arm up and reach it overhead before getting up into warrior. Once you're in warrior, we're shifting forward and back 3 times. Pushing all of your weight into that front knee. Engage the quad. Tilt down to the floor and begin your elephant. Sweep the arm under the oblique, then carefully draw it back up to the ceiling. Eyes go with your moving arm. After number 3, reach overhead. Place the hands back around that front foot. Step your back leg to your front and carefully roll up your spine. Great work, ladies. Let's do our final roll down. Side by side parallel, sweep the arms out and up, eyes to the sky. Exhale, dive down to the floor and let everything go. You can sweep the arms from side to side here. Forwards and backwards. Around to the left and around to the right. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Put a soft bend in your knees and roll it all the way up. Reach the arms out and up one last time. Then exhale, bring them out and down. Great work today.